Capricorn. Welcome to February. I'm Tamil. Every month I channel messages for the overflow community at large, which is you. And then we go deeper for an extended reading inside the sanctuary, which is our private membership for communion with yourself and soul family. If you want to join, you can sign the wait list and be notified as soon as we open the portal for enrollment next quarter. However, if you have been thinking about joining REBIRTH, the 12-week immersion program that's facilitated by me, you will automatically get access to the sanctuary through 2021. So that is another way to access that space. I feel like you're asking me questions. Yes, it's an investment in you, but it's also a place for you to be held, for you to be supported, and for you to do work, right? But not the type of work that is graded or judged. And I feel like the structure is something that you would really appreciate, because while it is spiritual, there are steps, right? There's like a method, and I think you'll appreciate the way that we bring some of the modalities together for your personal practice, for sustainability, honestly, and spiritual maintenance, and just for integration. Okay, guess you had questions. We're using a new deck this month. This is interesting. We're using the Threads of Fate Shadow Edition. I recently got this deck, and it felt like it was calling to me to use for the retrograde. But your challenge for the month and the bottom of the deck is the creator and then get creative. So taking ownership of this side of you, this aspect of you, may feel challenging, but I think it's because you're going to be accessing a different part of your, I would say brain, but it feels spirit-based because your strength is higher perspective. You want to do effort, you want to put forth like a lot of energy output, but you will not be able to in February. This is kind of Ace of Wands vibes in the traditional tarot. And it is a lot of exertion. Honestly, it feels like after the full moon in Leo, you'll be out. Like almost feeling depleted. But it's a time for you to rest. And you will get to see the fruits of what stillness brings. Okay. All right. Let's read from the book, Higher Perspective. As people who do their internal spiritual work, we are less likely to be bogged down by drama or reactiveness that we know truly doesn't matter. But being human means that there are times where we can't help it. Sometimes it is easy to stay in a higher perspective and see all of the moving pieces as they truly are. But sometimes life and the people around us are very good at sucking us into a place of limited vision. This card is asking you to see whatever situation you are experiencing resistance with a higher perspective. I'm going to read, there's hawk medicine here, but I'm going to read the plant medicine, the pine. The pine is often found towering above other trees and shrubs, indicating its ability to see far more than most in the plant kingdom. It is also a tree that is known for its long lifetime. In fact, the two oldest trees in the world are pine trees. So this is our elder. Experience gives us the ability to see things from an enlightened perspective. If you are struggling with something, try visualizing yourself as the oldest tree in the world. You have watched life for over 5,000 years. This version of the world, because obviously the world is super old. You have seen the seasons change countless times. You've witnessed many ice ages and dry spells. You've observed the landscape and around you evolve. From this place, inquire about your situation. So, is this a dry spell? Probably not. You think about the cyclical nature of whether it's your business, your relationships, your life, and this feels like an exercise that's being channeled right now, but look at the timeline of even your creative process. I'm doing some work with Daje at Brave School and our entire Brave School ecosystem around creative process and kind of going beyond the very linear thinking around what creation is. When I was a guest on the Brave School podcast, I was like, manifestation isn't magic. It's a creative process, right? It's not wishing. And so this is you evaluating your creative process and figuring out how you can do things in a way that, yes, require less energetic output, but still is very true to whatever your energy signature or vision is. So let's look at the creator. This is who you are. You're a builder, right? But let me just read it. Capricorn is earth. Earth is the creator, right? Touch up. Okay. Creator finds us when we need to move the raw and pure energy in our body and allow it to physically manifest. To be with creation is to simply interpret that which is already within us. There are no rules for creation, and that may be a struggle for you, which is why you need to think from things from a higher and wider perspective now, especially if you're elevating in your business or your career. You've been a very task-oriented person. Yes, you're detail-oriented. Yes, you're efficient, but you need new rules. You need new strategies. You're in a new place, and you may have to create new structures and new systems, new rules. This card also may indicate a time where you need to protect your creative work. So that may be a challenge rising up where you have to kind of defend the things that you're creating. Think of ideas, inspiration and creativity as a seed that needs adequate attention, nurturing, and protection. If you have an idea or are working on something, you are being encouraged to keep that energy close to you. Nurture the seed and protect it and keep it within your personal container. Do not scatter or share sacred creative energy with others until you know it is the right time. Bless. That's some wisdom. The balanced creator has lots of energy and finds inspiration easily. You will not have energy this month. I mean, some of you might, if you rest and kind of go with the flow, but this seems like it's going to be a challenge for you because you're going to be trying to push through. Others may perceive them as always moving to new things, but in reality, they are grounded enough to show up to one idea in order for it to manifest. Yes, because you know how to do the work. They also have a playful disposition and are skilled at turning challenges into opportunities to solve a problem as opposed to allowing themselves to get defeated. There is a flexibility and a fluidity inherent to the creator, which is electric and can serve as a catalyst for others to tap into their own wells of inspiration. So, don't be married to something. Allow potentially others to collaborate or co-create. I know it said keep it close to you, so obviously someone who you can trust with that type of work, but it does seem like maybe you don't have the energy, or maybe, how is it coming across? Like you're trying to force something, and it is a retrograde. Don't allow the ideas to be refined. Extend deadlines. We've talked about this before. You run the show, okay? All right, let's get into your reading.